Hi, I'm here in the Century Club in London, where Dyak, president of Silicon Knights, is showing off new game 2 Human, which comes out on the 19th of August over in the States and the 29th of August over here in Europe. We're going to be speaking to the man himself a little bit later. For now, let's take a quick look at the game. 2 Human is the first game in an action RPG trilogy based around a highly original and interesting concept where the Norse gods are actually humans with cybernetic enhancements. The gods are locked in a war with an ancient machine race over the fate of humanity, and you play Balder, the Aesir charged with defending the existence of the human race. I'm here with Dyak, who's the director of 2 Human, and he's agreed to take a few questions for us. So, welcome to the show. Thank you for speaking to us.
Oh, thanks for having me. I really appreciate it.
First of all, I'd like you to tell us a little bit about the hybrid nature of this game. So obviously it's a sort of a mix between RPG and third-person shooter. It seems to be a lot more integrated than anything else we've ever seen.
Yeah, it's really unique in that way. It's a lot of action elements combined with a lot of deep RPG elements, and it's a fusion that's really unique. You can't really see it on any console, and it's deceptive when you watch it. It's one of those games, if you watch the videos, you can't even understand the gameplay. So because we have the automated camera, the dual analog control, you not only have to grind for loot, but you have to take a tactical analysis almost of the battlefield and know to do, okay, I got to do a fierce attack to take out this guy's shield, then I got to do this, that, and this. By time you do all that and combine those kind of things, it's a really, really unique experience for a console, something we think gamers will really appreciate. So.
Okay, in the presentation earlier, then you showed us some fight sequences, and you said that the fighting wasn't just about sort of going in there and just shooting through everything,
right.
It was a lot more strategic. Can you tell us a little bit more about that?
Yeah, usually in these hunting and gathering games, the way it works is you get the best kind of armor and loot, and you just go in and you wear an enemy down. And 2 Human, it's not like that. Because we have the fusion of action, you really have to tactically pick out who you're going to kill and how you're going to do it. So you have, say, a Dark Elf leader in the center that gives everyone else shields. If you ignore him and try to kill off everything around him, it's going to be really bad because all the enemies are tougher because they have the shields. So you got to kill him first, you maybe take out the missile guys next, and then kill all the things around it. And that type of tactical, frantic kind of action is really, really unique to consoles and something that's not out there. We think something gamers will really, really appreciate. So.
And with the level of difficulty, obviously that's quite a complicated gameplay model. Do you think, coming in at level 1, I mean, is it reasonably easy to pick it up slowly?
Yeah, it doesn't. We only start. Actually, the enemies evolve, and that gets more complex as you go to the higher levels. At level 50, it's very intricate, and it's something. It's almost like you become a grandmaster at the gameplay. But at the earlier levels, we make sure it's not too hard. And the whole idea of when we make a video game, we want people to be able to get through it right away, first time. So we want people getting stuck. But for people who want a challenge and they keep playing, it evolves and it becomes very interesting. I wouldn't say it becomes harder, it just becomes different, and it's certainly a lot of fun. So.
Cool, that does sound pretty awesome. Now, one of the things that seems really great about 2 Human is the replayability that's been sort of designed in from the start. Really. So could you tell us a little bit about that and the sort of way you level up?
Yeah, absolutely. So, we have a campaign mode where we've got integrated story, the whole bit, that usually takes 10 to 15 hours. But then we have that'll probably get you to around level 30 by the time you finish your first playthrough. But then you can replay all the different levels in any order you want, and it's all randomized, and the enemies evolve as you evolve. So at level 30, it'll play very differently than it will at level 40, and at level 50, it's just really, really, really hyper deadly and a lot of things going on at once. And at the same time, all the enemies are randomized, their AI evolves, and you'll never get the same encounter twice. So as you play, it's never boring, and then you can start hunting for these epic sets. When you get the epic sets, they're really neat. If you get like 3 out of the 4 pieces, or 4 out of the 5 pieces, it starts getting these stacking bonuses. So you can get this epic set as a berserker that'll just make you just crazy powerful as a berserker and something you can show off to your friends. But it'll take hundreds of hours to get that stuff. So we've really built the game around replaying the game over and over again and still having it be fun every time. And we think gamers will really appreciate that once they, 2 Human is certainly a game that you'll be able to play for a long period of time. It's coming out in the summer. We think people will be playing it well into the new year for those who really, really love it and are into it hardcore. So.
Cool. And do you think that you get a different experience if you were to sort of start a second character in a different skill?
Yeah. Absolutely. There's different ways to play each classes, but the different archetypes in the classes are so different. Like the Commando, which is primarily a shooting class, is completely different than Berserker, who's a really close combat melee class. And they're so completely different. By the time you get to, even at the, once you get to the sort of mid-levels, you can tell they're completely different. At the highest levels, it seems like a different game. So, oh yeah, and I've played a lot of the classes to the higher levels, and they're just completely different. And I really enjoy playing them all, so.
Excellent. So we're really getting value for money there.
I think so. I think so, which is something that's long overdue in video games, I think.
Yeah, definitely.